It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the New York Knicks. Last outing for the Knicks, they won that game against the Nets in Brooklyn. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. A grueling first half of the season, almost in the books. Now we look forward to All-Star Week. Shaq, for the players, how do they benefit from this break in the action?
Well, if you're not invited to Kenny's party, you got to rest your body. And then you just have to sit back and reevaluate parts of your game.
I need a mental break, so that's why I have the party. Every year, All-Star Weekend, we are all invited.
I've been there many times.
You've been there, not many. You've been there
many times.
Yeah, you have been there many.
Yeah.
Ernie, gets behind the DJ booth every now and then and
DJ Ernie J.
No, gets on the microphone and starts shouting it out. Throw your hands in the air.
And wave like you just don't care. Let me hear you say,
that's pretty much me. That's what I do.
Ernie and I'm from Milwaukee.
Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Nets in Brooklyn. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. Came right down to the wire.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Isaac in at the three. Now that we're into the year, and some teams starting to show cracks, Brent, could use an infusion of talent. How hard is it to make an in-season trade it can really have an impact on your team.
I think it's more and more difficult, Kevin, with the rules and the way that the salary cap is set up for teams really that are contending for something big to go out and all of a sudden grab that one piece. It's very rare that a team can go out that's sitting on top of the standings and find that one specialist that's going to come in and make that team even better. So when that does happen, you have to really commend GMs that have done their homework and manipulated the salary cap so that there's space for that kind of player.
Complex, I agree. On defense, New York. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Clarkson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Taken away. On the wing, Morris. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got his first points in this one.
Porzingis, good effort there, doing all he can to keep that possession alive for the team.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about how to shut down this formidable offense they're facing, and he told me it's all about following the scouting report. He said, look, we've got all this information. Which guys shoot best from what spots on the court. We just have to take that stuff away and make them make adjustments. Kevin, we'll see who handles that best tonight.
All right, David. So knowing the kind of offensive team they're up against, they're coming in with the attitude they cannot let them get comfortable early.
Yeah, that's right. On D, they've got to come out with full intensity. Start slow, and they might find themselves in a big hole to dig out of.
Seems like coach has made that crystal clear for them tonight. He's got them ready to play some very aggressive defense in this one.
And here's Clarkson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Porzingis. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Offline from the high post.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. The Knicks with the lead. Morris kicks to Porzingis. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and he banks in the layup.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Clarkson kicks to Gordon. He feeds it to Vucevic. Gordon a screen. Fournier in the corner. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Isaac. Clock at 4. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Here's B-Train. He's guarded by Fournier. Shots good from B-Train.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
This is to Fournier. Pass to Isaac. Kicks it to Fournier. Gordon a screen. Unloads from 13. He can't get that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. B-Train passes to Grant. It's the front of the rim and out. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
And no issues with how they played. I mean, the problem simply is they just couldn't finish.
Maybe the post-game comments will be about playing a 50-minute game. They could have used 2 more minutes in this one.
New York leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Pass to Beach. Grant outside. Here's B-Train. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. possession. Morris against Clarkson. Pass to Isaac. He dishes it to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming. And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, of Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Picked by Vucevic. Clarkson kicks to Vucevic. But they'll get another chance. Off the left rim and out. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Singers passes to Beecham. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Isaac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Lets it go. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. 3-pointer. They get it back. A shot missing. For New York, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Grant the pass to Beecham. Hernan Gomez in the corner. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Fournier. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. New York keeps it going. A new 24-second clock. Singis passes to B-Train. And stolen by Fournier. The rebound by B-Train. B-Train's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Baseline try, and Porzingis again. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Here's the screen. Clarkson kicks to Vucevic. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Poked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Fournier.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevon Looney is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Grant, and it's Ntilikina in for Morris. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from 11, and it's Vucevic missing.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
B-Train passes to Hardaway. A 3 from Porzingis. Does not score for only the 2nd time in 7 shots this game. And Matt kicks to Vucevic to stop the drought. It's rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Vucevic is screen on Hardaway. Back to Matt. Shoots from 12. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. But he recovers it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Joakim Noah's checked in for Porzingis. And a switcher also for Orlando. As Anya's checked in, and the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Brent, as we're becoming a more positionless league, the league is asking guys entering the NBA to do more things. So, with that being said, of some of the youngsters, who strikes you as the most versatile?
I really love the demeanor and approach of Karl Anthony Towns' game right now. I just feel like there's something that he has in terms of how he controls himself on the floor, Kevin, and the full confidence of the complement of skills he has. Stepping back and shooting threes, playing out of the post and making passes, handling the ball on the fast break. I think Karl Anthony Towns does some amazing things and is incredibly versatile from that 5 position.
Now here's Ross. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Back to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot by Gordon, wide open. The Magic again can't hit. The Knicks leading by 4. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. 1:56 left to play here in the first. Ross against Hardaway. There's Azania. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Beach. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Azania, good on the triple. Azania's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can blame some poor defense on that play, just a total breakdown. You got to at least contest at some point.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. And once more, he gets it. Another bucket from B-Train. B-Train's got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Gordon a screen. Here's Azania to the paint. They swipe it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. B-Train passes to Looney, and the shot is good. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Vucevic. The pass to Azania. Beyond the arc. Nailed from 3-point land. Azania's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Magic. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's B-Train. He has 6. Six to shoot. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on, you wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
And so in the game for the Magic, losses the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Payton and Hazonia, their backcourt, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here is Hardaway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And out of bounds is the Magic. Knicks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Out to Morris. Here's B-Train, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Orlando called for the foul. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so he hits both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Pass to Isaac. And Matt kicks to Vucevic. Lets it go from the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Here's P-Train.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Clarkson against Morris. Now here's Matt. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Pass to Beachman. The feed now to Grant. Here's Porzingis. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Porzingis has got 12.
Well, Porzingis can be dangerous from the mid-range, especially with the feet set. That's an efficient shot.
Whenever you get a chance to see Porzingis play, Brent, you get a sense of excitement.
He's definitely one of the players in the league that I like to watch, and mostly because I'm interested in the progression of Kristaps Porzingis. When he first came in, it was all about those follow-up highlight dunks on the offensive end where he's throwing things down as putbacks. And now it's about refining his game and becoming more consistent night in and night out.
They set the screen, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. The Magic trail by 10. Mack with the ball. Outside Gordon. To the right wing. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Morris passes to Porzingis. They set the pick. New York moving the ball around. Stolen by Clarkson. Plenty of space. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
B-Train passes to Morris. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And Fournier kicks to Clarkson. It's good. Now just a 4-point Knicks lead.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And Gordon over to help. There's B-Train. 12 points for him. Out to Morris. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Matt. He's guarded closely. Gordon a screen. Matt, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's B-Train. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Hey, Brent, you went from player to announcer. What different aspect of the game do you notice now watching it from the booth?
You know, I think it's great just to have the perspective when I'm able to sit courtside, Kevin, and watch everything that goes on outside the play. The reaction from coaches to players and their demeanor, whether they're carrying out their assignments, watch guys on the bench. So much more emotion I can catch sitting on the sidelines next to you.
I bet. The Knicks leading by 4. Over to the wing. 1:27 left in the first half. To the left wing. From beyond the arc. No good from Grant. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Mack with the ball. Now guarded by B-Train. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Clarkson's got 11 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Matt. Here's B-Train. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Clarkson kicks to Gordon. Out to the wing. He's feeling it. Orlando gets it back. The dish to Fournier. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's B-Train. He's covered by Matt. B-Train. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Isaac. He kicks it to Fournier. Gordon a screen. Shot clock at 6. Gordon with the screen for Clarkson. Rebounded by B-Train.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, you have scored very efficiently in the first half, so what has the mindset been?
Well, you know, I've tried to stay aggressive when I have the ball and not to get baited into taking a bad shot. And as long as I keep attacking and not settling for the bad looks, then I'll be effective on the offensive end. We have a great offense, you know, as a team, and I'm just trying to do my part within it.
Well, you guys are working together, and it's paid.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Morris is out there at B-Train, and it's Grant in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Over to the left wing. The shot's good from B-Train. B-Train's got 20 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Morris against Clarkson. Good work defensively by Morris. The Knicks with the lead. Shoots. And again, it's New York. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Vucevic is screen on Morris. Clarkson kicks to Vucevic over Hernan Gomez. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Grant outside. Passes to B-Train. Fires for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. B-Train's got 5 points now in the quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Hit by Vucevic. Clarkson kicks to Fournier. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Fournier. B-Train passes to Porzingis. AT that time for Vucevic.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there, but he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Here's Grant, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Hit by Vucevic, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Left side, Porzingis. It's hauled in by Gordon.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
The Knicks leading by 4. The pass to Beachman. Grant outside. Here's P-Train. Here's Hernan Gomez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Gomez has got 5.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
So for the Knicks, Kevon Looney is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Hardaway comes in for Grant, and it's Ntilikina in for Morris. Orlando also making some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for Isaac. Hezonja comes in for Fournier, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Jordan Clarkson. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. Payton kicks to Ross. Clock at 6. Pick by Vucevic. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Ross.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, I don't very much.
He can really fly it. You combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Hezonja kicks to Ross. Gordon with the screen for Ross. Payton in the corner. Here's Hezonja. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 11 points in the game.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
There's B-Train. He's got 25. Hardaway, pass it to B-Train. And Gordon over the head. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Ross. New York moving it around. Here's B-Train, and he goes in for the top.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Vucevic has got 8 points. Knicks have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
New York calls timeout. Greg, why is it, do you think, the Magic have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Payton kicks to Gordon. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
I played with his Uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. Straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Payton. Now Matt. There's the pick for the lead. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Gomez passes to Morris. There's B-Train. He's covered by Matt. Pass to B-Train. 6 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. B-Train's got 11 points here in just the second half. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Gordon a screen. Fournier gets a wide open look, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Clarkson against Morris. Fournier, that's for 2. And Orlando again with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
And that one is hammered home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Gordon with the screen for Fournier. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Here's B-Train. He's got 31.
Yeah, way to play in attack code and get to the line.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
And here is Mack. Gordon a screen. From deep three-point range, it's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Magic. They lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchup.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And so in the game for the Magic, Fournier out there with Isaac. Then it's Shelvin Mack. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Gordon in at the center, filling out the middle.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
Isaac misses.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
And the wide open shot for Morris to take the lead. And Porzingis slip away.
Well, not many guys are going to match up with the size of Porzingis in that area.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Clarkson against Morris. There's a screen from beyond the arc. The Magic again can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Stolen by Gordon. Jacks up a 3. Feeds it to Mack. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Shot clock at 5. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
B-Train passes to Hernan Gomez.
The young Spaniard, Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Isaac. He feeds it to Matt. This is to Fournier. Gordon a screen. They set the pick. High arcing shot. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Fournier.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Here's B-Train, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
No good on that one. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Good on the second free throw.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Fournier with the screen on Morris. Now, here's Clarkson. Kicks it to Vucevic. Pass to Isaac from past the arc. And that one is off.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Here's Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
The Magic trail by 4. Clarkson kicks to Gordon. He dishes it to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Lays it up off the glass. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. And stolen by Gordon. Clarkson with the ball. Pass to Isaac. They set the pick. Clarkson against Grant. Shot clock at 6. To tie it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Knicks have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Rebounded by Isaac.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
To take the lead. Up again. Vucevic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. That's good from B-Train. Payton, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Both good from the line that time. Orlando trailing here. Now Payton. Outside Gordon. Pass to Isaac. Here's the 3. And Gomez grabs the miss. And Gomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
The Magic trail by 4. Hit by Vucevic. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Back to Fournier. A 3-pointer is right on target. Fournier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Morris passes to B-Train. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
The Magic shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty down around 29%. Here's Fournier. High post Vucevic. Pass to Isaac. The feed to Fournier. There's the dish to Gordon. 5 on the clock. No good on the 3. The Knicks lead by 3. Grant outside. Stolen. Here's Isaac. Traps in the tray.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's B-Train. Chalk up 2 there. B-Train's got 40 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here is Payton. Gordon with a screen on Morris. Now here's Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic gets double teamed. All sorts of time. Fournier's shot is off.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
To the right side. Hernan Gomez kicks to Porzingis. Out to Morris. And the pass to B-Train. Hernan Gomez with the ball. It's good. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Isaac. He kicks it to Fournier. But they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Pass to Isaac. Back to Vucevic. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Vucevic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
B-Train passes to Hernan Gomez. That one drops for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Payton kicks to Gordon. Pass to Fournier. Gordon a screen. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Isaac misses.
Might want to stop shooting from out there right now because it's just not working. He needs to look to get his teammates involved at this point in the game.
Grant, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Payton outside. Here's Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. B-Train's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Yep, that one goes.
And Grant at 6'9", using that length right there, a nice soft touch in close to the rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Vucevic with the bucket. Morris with the ball. Here's the screen. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Fournier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Isaac from deep. That one doesn't go. The Knicks go the other way with it. B-Train passes to Grant. There's B-Train. He's guarded by Fournier. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Good again. He's on tonight. Team shooting.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
The Magic trail by 10. Payton dishes to Gordon. Feeds it to Fournier. Kicks to Vucevic. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Passes it to Beecher. The pass to Hernan Gomez, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Knicks.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for B-Train.
He was in the zone, and he's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
And that one drops.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
You saw by that putback there, he's just completely locked in. Getting full contributions from him right now.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
Right.
He's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Morris passes to Beecher. He feeds it to Grant. Dishes to Morris. There's B-Train. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play,
and that'll do it for Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aubrey. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
DJ, great game. The guys back in the studio want to do an interview with you.
Thanks.
Hey, this is Shaq. That was an incredible performance with your triple-double. Was that something you set out to do early in the game?
Shaq, thank you so much. It was never something that I set out to do, but I did just try to be involved in every play on both sides of the ball. I mean, when you're active and you're moving, good things are happening, and they happen tonight. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to help my team by getting a win and making an impact on the stat sheet.
Great job. Ernie, back to you.
We are here at NBA Summer League in Las Vegas, and we are super excited to be hanging out with some of the new faces that you guys will see in NBA 2K18. What about your rating? What
As high as possible. As high as possible. We got everybody in Vegas now.
Be sure to look out for these rookies in our 5th season of 2K TV and NBA 2K19. And Rookie of the Year Ben Simmons, our first ever Australian cover athlete, will be on 2K TV as well. Many of you have been following Summer League and watching some amazing basketball from young NBA talent. Here is a look at the rookies and young players we featured this season on 2K TV. You have played sports all around the world in different countries, so do you feel like you've gotten some advantages from playing in so many different styles?
You actually get better because for me, I experienced the international basketball. The international style of play is more focused on ball movement, making the right play. Whereas in the U.S., there's a lot of focus on explosion and like the dunks and the highlights of crossovers and individual play. So you kind of incorporate both.
Are you looking forward to working on anything in your personal game during off season?
You can never get satisfied in the NBA. You can't think you're too good, so you can't really relax. And I just need to work on my overall game, as a player and come back better.
What do you think was the toughest part about your transition from college to pro?
There's a lot of things that are tough. Moving to a new city, a little new environment, coaching staff, new teammates. But the toughest thing for me is traveling.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. Only one game away from New York here. The Knicks will be back home for the next one. Winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row. And before we get under... Thank you, David. And a couple of big-time pivots going head-to-head tonight. Doris looking at the NBA right now. How has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it seems to me that increasingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter-oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch and pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary, in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Gomez is out there at B-Train, and it's Grant in at the 3. Harris, right side. For 3, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Morris passes to Beach. Grant outside. Here's Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. His 3-pointers off the mark. Indiana's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. A steal. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. Grant the pass to B-Train. Out to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Kept alive by New York. Good work defensively by Turner.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Harris outside. This is DeYoung. Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Here's B-Train. It's good from long range. B-Train's got his first 3 points of the game.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Right, you like the mindset so far, Fred. If you give them room to drain it, they'll do just that.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
Tipped away. There's the double team with Grant. Harris outside. Screen by Young. Shot off the screen. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Collison. Goes up again. Count it. Collison's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Morris kicks to Porzingis. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. It's stolen by Harris. To the paint. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
You guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Young sets a screen for Collison. It's deflected. Turner throws it down.
Well, this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
Porzingis can't hit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Collison. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task. Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
There's B-Train. He has 5. And that one is hammered home.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
Here is Hicks to Young. Porzingis with the steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Collison against Morris. Collison, no good. New York trailing. And a fast breakdown for New York. To the wing right side. Here's Grant. And again, it's New York.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pacers have gone just a shade under 50% for the field. 5 of 11. And Bayless kicks to Turner. Indiana moving the ball over. Porzingis with the block. Here's B-Train. And again, New York with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, got into foul trouble and really played out of control and just couldn't overcome it.
I think you really have to think they beat themselves out there, right? You can't be fouling another team like that consistently, and that's just asking to get beat.
And the Pacers operating in a smaller market. Some cost restraints for this franchise.
Right. This is not a team that can pay the luxury tax. It's not necessarily a free agent destination either. Those are challenges, but they have remained very competitive over the years.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for New York.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Here's Young. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the league is finally catching up with Thaddeus Young. 6'8", 220 pounds. He was a small ball power forward before that was in vogue. Now he's kind of the perfect fit.
Some changes for Indiana. Victor Oladipo comes in for Gary Harris. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Darren Collison. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hardaway's checked in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And over the course of his career, Young more of a slasher than a shooter, Doris, at the power forward position.
Right. The southpaw has a very quick first step. And the last few seasons, though, starting to add that three-point shot. That will make him more effective.
The Pacers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Kevon Looney is checked in for Hernan Gomez.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Here's B-Train coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Back to Morris. The 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Parker kicks to Young. Parker, a screen on Morris. Screen by Parker. A 3 from Simmons. It's rebounded by B-Train.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Parker with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Young dishes to Turner. The kick out to Young. From downtown, Porzingis with the rebound. And the Knicks with possession. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's Looney, banked in off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
And that one is good.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Down low, here's Looney. Can't hit that one. So Indiana will take it the other way. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
You know, sometimes it's about dang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight. Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Porzingis passes to Morris. Here's B-Train. 12 points for him. Outside Hardaway. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Sabonis, he's checked in for Young. And then for New York, Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Ntilikina in for Morris. And Oladipo kicks to Parker. Back to Oladipo. Over Hardaway. And a wide open look for Simmons. Offline with his 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Looney passes to Hardaway. With some arc. Second shot opportunity. And Noah with the nice bucket inside. Noah's got his first points of the game.
That's second chance points, right? If you want to keep Joakim Noah off the glass, you better do your work early.
Turner with the screen. Sabonis kicks to Turner, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got 6.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
There's B-Train. He's got 12. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Parker outside. Oladipo for 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Oladipo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Out to the wing. And stolen by Simmons. Parker, right side. Kicks to Simmons. There's Sabonis. And Indiana, another three.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
To the left wing. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Hardaway against Oladipo. At the teardrop, Sabonis. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Feeds it to Noah. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's B-Train. Right side Hardaway. Count it. Good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
We've got more in store for you right after this. Going with almost an entire new group here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Noah. Porzingis is coming in for Kevon Looney. B-Train's checked in for Hardaway. And Morris subbed in for Ntilikina. And New York, looking at who they've got, Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. B-Train out there with Morris. And it's Daniels in at the small forward spot. Hernan Gomez, no good.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, B-Train in the last matchup against the Magic had a huge game. He ended up with 44 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
Think back to how Jeff Hornacek was as a player. Doris, you see that same demeanor on the sidelines.
Well, what you're talking about there, Kev, is sort of that gritty, no-nonsense, tough-minded approach. What Jeff Hornacek was as a player, he certainly displays similar attributes as a coach. Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Passes it to Daniels. Three-pointer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Collison against Morris. It's deflected.
Oh, that's a big-time contest. Willie, not a high flyer, but knows how to position himself.
The shot's good from B-Train.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Collison dishes to Bayless. Collison against Morris. Collison, the pass to Young. There's a good screen. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, those 5 turnovers, more than you like to see.
Pacers trail by 6. Collison kicks to Bayless. Screen by Young. Picked him clean. There's B-Train. He's got 19. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the middle. Here's Bayless. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the pass to B-Train. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
And looking at the numbers for Hernan Gomez, some impressive plays from him over the last month. 7th in rebounding, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They set the screen. Porzingis kicks to Hernan Gomez. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
You know, and that was a nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
Inside, the kick out to Young. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Young's got 10 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Morris kicks to Daniels. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Passes it to Beecher. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too. The Knicks have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Doris, so much talk about offense. How do you slow some of these guys down defensively? I mean, one way is to draw charges, but thinking of that, who do you think is the best at doing that these days?
You know, Kevin, it can be a lost art in the game of basketball on any number of levels. You have to be willing to absorb contact, and sometimes from guys much bigger than yourself. So some of the names that come to mind for me, Marcus Smart with the Boston Celtics, Kemba Walker, always the smallest guy on the floor, is never afraid to give up his body. From the big guys, I'd probably say Maurice Spates or DeMarcus Cousins. Both are willing to cede that contact and try to gain an advantage going the other direction.
Yeah, they know they're going to take a hit, and they willingly take the hit for the betterment of the team.
Right.
Daniels passes to Porzingis. There's the pick. Back to Daniels. Latrey. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, sets the screen. You see Willie with the strong base and the toughness to hold his position.
Here's Collison, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I think if you think about the Pacers in the last decade and the value they have found in the draft, right? Danny Granger gets taken at 17. Roy Hibbert at 17. Lance Stevenson actually at 40th. Paul George was 10th. Miles Turner 11th. That's a very good track record.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Daniels. And again, it's New York.
Well, Kev, the mid-range game, right? An offensive dimension that could be added if Willie becomes consistent.
Collison kicks to Young. Collison inside. He's against Morris. And there's the foul. And Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. Parker's checked in for the Pacers. And a switcher also for New York. Looney's checked in. New York leading by 4. And the Pacers trading away draft picks in recent seasons for players like Luis Scola and Doris Thaddeus Young. Given their great draft record, does that surprise you?
Well, I think when you consider their keen eye for rookies and the ability to evaluate talent, it makes you wonder why they boxed themselves in. Certainly you wonder if that had to do with the pressure to contend.
The Pacers shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Parker dishes to Turner. Screen by Parker. And Oladipo kicks to Simmons. Young outside. Back to Simmons. Shoots the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, Kev, Thaddeus Young is a Swiss Army knife. A multi-talented guy who can pass the basketball.
The pass to Beecher. Porzingis with a screen on Oladipo. There's B-Train. He's got 24. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Simmons. The Knicks pull it in. 15 seconds left in the first half. Here's B-Train. He's got 26. He kicks to Morris. And again, it's New York. Harden. He doesn't hit that one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
I appreciate it, DA. You know, my teammates have done a great job of finding me whenever I get a gap in space. You know, I know as long as I keep moving, I keep hustling, you know, they'll set me up in a position to score. And, you know, fortunately, I've been able to get a few to fall in my way the first half.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the third quarter starting here now. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, he certainly put the defense in a tough spot in that half. Forces the issue, draws the contact time and time again.
Young and Turner up front. Collison is out there with Gary Harris. And it's Bayless in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Outside Collison. He dishes it to Young. Turner with a screen on Porzingis. Bayless. The rebound by B-Train.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time. Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
There's Bayless with the 3. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 6th assist on the night.
What are you doing, honey?
Your phone's off.
Great.
There's the screen. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Shot clock at 5. Now the dish to Morris. Strings are back, but that one is off the mark. Indiana trailing here. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Hardaway. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
The jump hook. The Knicks pull it in. B-Train's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
Collison, the pass to Turner. Back to Collison. Indiana moving the ball. Turner with the screen. Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
Exceptional speed, outrageous athleticism. That is Young doing work.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Team hard off that pick and finished strong.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Turner with the screen. Here's Harris. It's deflected.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Young with the steal. Harris with it. Now guarded by B-Train. Harris kicks to Young. And he finishes nicely on the way. Young's got 14 points for the game.
I'll tell you, this game belongs to Thaddeus Young right now. He is getting great looks at the bucket.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
The shot by Turner, no good. New York leading by 4. Here's B-Train, and it's sent back by Turner.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy. He's lost his feel a little bit.
Another miss by Young.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Screen by Young. On the way, Harris. The shot's good. Allison making the play. Allison's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For New York, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's B-Train. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Miles Turner. The Knicks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Doris, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that time?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
For Indiana, here's Oladipo. He has 7. Parker outside. Screen by Parker. Here's Simmons. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's B-Train, guarded by Simmons. Here's Ntilikina. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ntilikina's got 10 points in the game.
Ntilikina continues to impress from deep. Definitely showing he's comfortable shooting it from beyond.
No good from Simmons.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Indiana with it. Trailing here by 8. Simmons dishes to Young. Back to Simmons for the 3.
And they aren't giving up the same types of looks we saw in the first half, making them earn their points now.
That makes him 0 for this quarter, and that has not helped their cause.
B-Train, Turner with the steal. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Ntilikina. 1:57 left in the 3rd. Parker passes to Young. They set the pick. Screen by Young. Parker kicks to Simmons. 6 to shoot. Here's Turner. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
B-Train passes to Noah. Here's Here's B-Train, headed by Oladipo. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's B-Train. That's tipped. From past the arc. Oladipo misses. The Knicks leading by 6. Out left to the wing. Here's B-Train. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. In the game, he shot 6 or 7 from the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Zinkis, he's checked in for the Knicks.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Young, a screen on Morris. Here's Parker. Softly drops in the floater. Parker's got his second basket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
B-Train passes to Daniels. Pass to B-Train. Off the pick. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And they got to bring the double team on.
For New York, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Simmons gets to Turner. Porzingis with the block. Morris outside. Passes to B-Train. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. And now it's a 10-point Knicks lead.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Morris. Can't get it to fall. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks out front. They're up by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play getting started. Pacers trail by 10, and on the floor for New York here in the 4th. They've got Porzingis, B-Train out there with Morris, and it's Looney in at the 4-man position. Bayless dishes to Turner. A shot missing, and New York the other way now.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's B-Train, and he slams it one-handed.
And that high skill level for Porzingis. Can handle it, shoot it, and pass it.
Here's Indiana. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Collison kicks to Turner. The feed to Bayless. Screen by Young. 6 to shoot. Shoots off the screen. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Bayless.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drilled the jump shot.
On the wing, Daniels. Bayless covering. And he gets it to go. Daniels has got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks. And it's the Pacers' ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bayless, Porzingis with the block. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. Here's Morris. Great D that time from Collison. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. He feeds it to Harris. Dishes to Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis. Doris, when you watch Porzingis on the defensive end of the floor, it's just jaw-dropping. the ground he can cover and the way he challenges at the rim can change the way a team chooses to attack him.
I agree, because he provides so much in terms of rim protection and weak side help. It's a huge boost to any defense. This guy can be one of the best shot blockers in the league. Does an incredible job switching with his length and speed.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Harris. Looney passes to Beecher. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. That free throw good from Beecher. We have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins. Still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got two guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick.
Hardaway's checked in for the Knicks. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back, guys."
And the wide open shot from Morris. The Knicks keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. That one drops for him.
I tell you have to have a nose for the ball. Picking up points on the offensive glass, that is the relentlessness Willie is known for.
Turner with the screen. Back to Collison. Young outside. Turner with the screen. Jumper off the screen, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Knicks leading by 13. Here's Morris, and there's another one for the Knicks.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
And here is Bayless. Got it, number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Now Morris, the pass to Beecher. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. It's to him.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Turner with the screen for Collison. Left side, Harris. Back to Collison. Young sets a screen for Collison. Off the screen. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative. You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Shot off the pick. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
B-Train passes to Porzingis. On pass to Porzingis. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. New York moving it around. A 3 from Morris. Here's Hernan Gomez, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Well, we call this, Kevin, high IQ and good instincts for the game, and these things Willie relies on to succeed at this level.
Deep 2 from Collison, rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Hardaway. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 16.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Collison against Morris. Out to Harris. The 3. Rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got his 6th rebound on the night. A baseline J. Another shot. Morris, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Morris against Collison. Collison with another miss.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
B-Train passes to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Shoots from the block. Harris missing again.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Kicks it to Collison. And it's Bayless in the corner. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
And stolen by Harris. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Harris with the ball. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Harris. He used that pick to perfection. Bayless has got 21 in the game.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shot. Oh my God.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Outside Collison. Six to shoot. Here's Oladipo. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And that's 13 points for Porzingis. Collison dishes to Bayless. At the elbow, it's Turner. Over Hernan Gomez. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
It's really hard with the length Miles Turner has for that defense to contest. Not much the defense can do in that instance.
And Young comes over to help. Here's Porzingis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Porzingis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now. I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
Here's B-Train. Morris a screen. There's the screen. Pass to B-Train. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when this guy's aggressive offensively, really can make things happen. He'll go to the free throw line.
The Knicks making a switch here. Looney's checked in. Pacers trail by 17. Deep 2 from Bayless. Again, Indiana. Here's Looney. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing by New York here. Morris with a screen on Collison. Turner comes with a double team. Stolen by Bayless. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got the fast break chance. Misses from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, he's in there battling, and Willie likes contact, doesn't back down, draws the foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but threw the foul, and he'll go to the line. B-train, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were...
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Right this way.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson.
Hey, Kenny here, man. I have to say, this game wasn't even close. Congrats on the win. Now, do you feel this is one of your better team wins?
I mean, Kenny, that's really hard to answer because, although we won by a ton of points, I felt like we could have outscored them by at least another 20 or so. On the one hand, it was nice to win big, but, it would have been nice to win even bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Bigger than that? I can't wait to see that.
Hey, go big and go home, baby.
And that'll wrap the